So welcome everyone. This event we call Girls Just Want to Have Funs, and it's my favourite, I'm not going to lie. I love this event because this event, the products that I'm going to cover, the business that we get to create amongst this sisterhood, they have been completely life-changing for me and many thousands of others. So we're excited to share with you real stories from real people and what these products and business has done for us personally in our own lives and for those around us as well. So my name is Linda Evenden. I'm a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus company. And I have been partnered with this company for nearly 10 years. And I'm so proud to say that because we're known by the company that we keep. And I'm pretty fussy when it comes to who I'm going to put my relationship collateral with. So the first thing that struck me about the Juice Plus company, I love this being interactive, by the way, girls. So I love using the chat box a lot. So there's a little chat box. If you're new to Zoom, please use it. But the Juice Plus company has been around, the same CEO and leadership team at the helm for 47 years. That is impressive. There's very few companies with such a global reach. They're now in 33 countries. And the Juice Plus products have been around for 27 years. I love that this is a mission-driven, purpose-filled company. So their mission is inspiring healthy living around the world. And it's also for us business owners, for our franchise partners who get to partner with this company. Our mission is to really empower as many people as possible to realize their own dreams. So I love that. That's what we're going to show you a little bit about today. So let me start with the Juice Plus products. Do you know what? They're just veggies, fruit, berries, and plant oils, our omegas. So I'm going to go through the capsules first. Now, these look like they're tablets. They look like they're multivitamins. They couldn't be anything further from the truth. These are concentrated, cold-pressed, whole food juices. And all that the company has been able to crack the code on extracting the water. So imagine some of these ingredients, girls: carrot, cabbage, kale, broccoli, beet, parsley, spinach, acerola, cherry, blackberry, elderberry, blackcurrant, like the list goes on and on, artichoke. There's all of these incredible, in fact, there's over 33 when I hold all of these up here, of these incredible whole foods, the whole fruit, the whole vegetable, the whole berry, the stalks, the stems, the leaves, the skins, which is the really antioxidant-rich, nutrient-dense part of the fruit and veggies. It's where all the power lies. So literally they're crushed, they're picked at the peak of ripeness. Have a think about why this is important. What's going on with our fruit and veggies in supermarkets and stores? Right, force ripened, chock full of horrible herbicides, pesticides, mold, bacteria, all the recalls that are happening. What I love about Juice Plus is they're fifth generation farmers. They're all non-GMO. They have the most incredible due diligence and track record. They're specialist farms that specialists grow the crops. So I saw someone saying aloha from Hawaii there. And so our pineapples are from Hawaii because that's the best place on the planet to grow them. Cranberries are from Nova Scotia, and the list goes on. So we pick them at the peak of ripeness. They are cold crushed, so the maximum nutrients are still intact, and they simply take the water out. So this is my juice to go. This is my cold pressed juice with 33 different ingredients that I get to travel with in these very cool little vegan capsules. And we love the capsules because it means that it's protected from, heat and light and oxygen. So it's the maximum nutrients, all about the nutrients, my friends. Now, I'm more interested in, I can go on about the products for days. I will touch on research. Any research geeks out there? I did science at uni, such a geek. So I love research, double-blind, placebo-controlled, peer-reviewed, gold standard. It just knocks my socks off, all of that talk. But for most people, when they look at taking, so like eating, I'll say eating because Juice Plus is a food. We are not a supplement. We have a food label and a food category. So literally anyone that can eat the fruits and veggies and berries can eat Juice Plus, right? And the best part is we don't pee it out. So remember I said it couldn't be further from a multi, you know, a standard multi, which is synthetic, it's mega dose, you know, it's fragmented, it has binders and fillers and all kinds of nonsense in it, and we pee it out because there aren't any vitamin and mineral trees, but there are these whole food plants as Mother Nature designed. So our body knows exactly what to do with whole food, and it nourishes at every cellular level. This gets absorbed just like me eating the real apple, the full apple. My body knows what to do with it. In 20 minutes, it's digested and it's already, you know, working magic throughout my bloodstream. So that's the capsules. The omegas, these, I've got to say, this is my, I call these my happy pills. My very quick health challenge that started for me 10 years ago. Oh, we'll just make sure that everyone's muted. That started 10 years ago was I got depression out of the blue. I was rocking and rolling on all cylinders, and very quickly depression set in for me. It was terrifying for any of those who have suffered any bouts of depression. Coming out of that, I know that a consistent focus on my good fats, which nourishes our brain and all of our hormones, it keeps us calm, it keeps us nurtured, it just makes my brain work so much better and so much calmer. So it's my beauty pill as well. It's my hair, skin and nails pill. And I notice when I don't take the omegas. What I love about this is they're not made of fish. Again, they're made from the plant kingdom. So we're taking the best of Mother Nature. We're going straight to the source, which is the algae. We bypass the stinky fish. Just for a second, can you imagine what they have to do to the fish to squeeze out some of the oil? It's pretty rancid. And most fish oils are rancid. Do your homework on those. I love these. They're super concentrated, no bad aftertaste. And all of our products, I think this is important to note, all our products are less than a cup of coffee, way less than a Boost Juice. Try going to Boost Juice and asking for 33 whole food ingredients, organic, tested 5 separate times for over 300 known contaminants. It's just not going to happen because we really can't access that much produce. So Juice Plus not only fills a gap, you know, we all know what we should eat, we all know what we do eat, and I know even as a nutrition coach for the last 16 years, I still have a gap, let alone my family. And let's face it, it's really challenging now more than ever. Health statistics are the worst they've ever been, especially for kids. Which brings me to my next part of why I'm so passionate about these products, our chewable version, which kids love. I'm sorry, they are always empty. I can't even show you one of these little magic chewy babies because they're so delicious. They're dangerous to have open packs because you just eat them all. But if you can put them on a high cupboard and, you know, create that Juice Plus habit, the investment in our health habit every single morning. I love knowing that before my kids have even left to go to school, thank God it's back to school today. Any other mothers hear me there? Yes, of course you do. They all went off this morning with their 33 whole food capsules that they eat, a couple of chewables in their lunchbox to keep them going during the day. And we all rocked my third favorite product today called Complete. This comes in chocolate and vanilla. And what could I call this? I call this sachets of magic nutrition dust. It's all kinds of incredible ingredients that just help your body do better. It's anti-inflammatory. There's more happy kind of herbs and things in here. Let me read you some. There is alfalfa sprouts, radish sprout. When's the last time you had a radish sprout? Come on. Yucca. Do you even know what yucca is? Look it up. It's incredible. Quinoa, spelt millet. I know quinoa is good for me, but I don't like it. It's like that. So I love that someone blended it up for me, made it taste good, and I can like chug it down in 4 minutes, and off I go. And again, less than a coffee, less than any other, you know, grab and go fast food or, you know, unhealthy. This is smart fast food, my friends. this is what we want and need as busy mums and as busy working professionals. So what I didn't cover that I am passionate about is the kids' health study. It's called Healthy Starts. This is what got me curious about the business, to be really, really honest, hand on heart. When my friend who introduced me to these products 10 years ago said that your whole family can take it, you don't pee it out, it's safe, all the multivitamins, put them aside, we're just going to try this for the next 4 months, see how much you love it. Energy came flooding in, I didn't pee it out, and I really didn't ever feel the need to have all the other pills that I was on at the time. But what was amazing to me is my 4-year-old at that time was able to receive hers completely free. When I had mine, one child per adult gets theirs completely free. Not 1 box, not 2 box, not 1 year, 4 years. 4 years. I had to go look at that. That's a $5,000 investment from this company into family health, into kids' health, which I'm proud. I'm so, so proud to be aligned with a company that has this mission. But you can hear, I can talk underwater about these products, but what really brings them to life, because this is Express event, so I'm going to move right along here. Here's my product story. Zombie mum, migraines out of the blue every 4 to 5 weeks that would take me out for a day or two. I was on preventative medication for those migraines, which made me like I had Alzheimer's. I would forget my keys. I would forget where I was driving. I was like a zombie. And I used to have adult acne, cystic acne that would just break out, and I had 10 concealers in my makeup bag. And pretty common sinusitis. All of that disappeared within the first few weeks. Energy came flooding back in. I went back to the gym, and all the rest followed from there. My husband no longer had cold sores. So that's when I got curious about the business. But let me share some other incredible product stories with you. I'm going to cross to my beautiful friend Genevieve. There she is in the middle of my spotlight video. There she is, gorgeous. Tell us, Jenna, why did you say yes to the products? What have you noticed, honey?
Oh, okay. So thank you for having me. I've been eating Juice Plus, and my kids have been eating Juice Plus for 2 years. And I'm just going to paint you a picture of what my life was like before Juice Plus, to answer your question, Linda. So 2 years ago, I thought it was completely normal to have such bad anxiety that leaving the house would make me cry every single time. I thought it was normal to have insomnia. I thought it was normal to get very little enjoyment out of life. I had 2 kids under 2 at the time, and whilst I absolutely loved being their mum, I loved it then, I love it now, I didn't love anything else. Nothing else in my life set me on fire. I had no energy. I thought it was completely normal to take antihistamines every day. Yes, I was the snotty kid in class. I've always had bad allergies. And what's worse, I thought that it was normal for my 1.5-year-old daughter to scratch holes in her skin and have blood spots on her clothes because she had eczema. I thought it was normal to not find a treatment for eczema because so many other parents can relate to that. I also thought for her that it was normal to have cysts grow on the insides of her eyelids. Doesn't sound normal, I know, but for her, that's a condition she suffers from. And those cysts would get so large that they would pop, others would grow in their place, no treatment. Within 48 hours of her eating Juice Plus, the cysts in both of her eyes began to go away, and she's now completely cyst-free. Within 10 weeks, her eczema had healed, her scars have gone, and she hasn't had any signs of eczema come back in the 2 years that she's been eating JP. Me, I am so full of life, ta-da. I get so much sleep. It's good quality sleep. I've got energy. My anxiety is a thing of the past. I'm excited to get out of bed every day, and I have to put myself to bed at the end of every day. It's phenomenal, and I will continue to take these, to eat this for the rest of my life. It just goes to show that all those nutrients in your body every day, healthy gut, healthy mind, happy mum. Yay. So that's me in a nutshell.
Amazing, honey. I love it. I never grow tired of hearing your story. Monique, can you share with us, honey? I'm pinning you. Come off mute, honey.
Hi, sure can. quite similar actually to Jenna. I have 2 small children. I've been on Juice Plus for about 2 years as well. And I was severely run down. Apart from running around after 2 kids, I also had just cared for my mum for about a year before losing her to cancer. And it shocked my whole soul. I was suffering a lot of depression and anxiety. And I was also just opening myself up for any sickness that walked in the door. So the kids were at kindy and they were at school and they were bringing things home, and it was just like a vicious cycle. I thought I ate really well, but as soon as I started exercising and trying to get my life back, we'd get sick again. And we had, obviously loads of antibiotics. I ended up leading myself down the path of antidepressants as well. So it was a really, really challenging time for us. So when Juice Plus came into our life, I was just looking for anything to give me the edge. So within a week, my energy flowed straight into my life. I was usually asleep at 8 o'clock at night, and I was up to 11 o'clock every night watching the end of movies with my husband, which was life-changing. And then over time, I certainly saw a change in my children as well. They totally started eating more salad and getting less picky, but we just all started eating better. 2 years it's been, and none of us have been sick. We might have had a sniffle here and there, but no antibiotics. Antidepressants, I was able to get off them after about 12 months. And I know that was because I was also eating well, but Juice Plus really healed my gut health as well. And altogether, my mindset changed. I just started feeling alive again. So, we will never, ever stop taking this product. Our family are thriving, and just feeling really, really happy these days.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Monique. I've never heard your product story, so thank you, honey, for sharing. And Michelle, I'm crossing to you, sweetie. I'm spotlighting you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle, and before I started taking Juice Plus, which was around about 2 years ago, or coming up to 2 years now, I actually was involved in an accident, and I had fractured my skull and had bleeding on my brain. So not fun. And with that, I actually was unable to look after myself, and I had to move in with my mum. So that was quite challenging at a stage in my life where I was quite independent. I was able to do everything that I needed to take care of myself, and to be able to have to go back to her living with your mum and waking up in the morning, she'd make me a cup of tea, I'd have a piece of toast. And because I was really in a bad stage of recovery, all I would do would then go back to bed. I'd be really dizzy. I took loads of medication, which I probably couldn't even tell you what they were and what that they were trying to help me with. So it was about 6 months after my accident that I seen someone post something about these capsules and the powders and how it was giving them loads of energy and, fighting off depression and anxiety, which was another thing that I'd actually started to have being trapped in this house, not being able to drive and not being able to just walk around the block without somebody there to hold my hand, basically. So I gave them a go, and within 3 weeks, I had almost made a full recovery back to before I'd had my injury. The doctors couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because I thought I was going to be stuck like this for a very long time. And now I couldn't imagine life not taking them anymore. I've noticed heaps more results now since taking them, not only helping me with my recovery, but, hair, skin, nails, energy through the roof. And that's me. I'll never stop taking them now. I love them.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Look how glowing you are. Can I just point out, it might seem obvious, but I hand on heart, Juice Plus makes you hotter. It just, you get back your glow, you get back your mojo, you get back your fortitude. I mean, that's what I was lacking, whether it was the kids or we heard gut health and we heard my vitality. It just gives you back your spark. So beautiful stories. Thank you so much, ladies. For all of you listening, if I had the time to go through all 65 of us, Juice Plus is going to do, everyone is going to heal things differently, that are in their own priority. There are so many common threads through our vitality and our tenacity. I just mean that it brings back some kind of strength for you, and that clarity of mind is just invaluable. So behind every incredible product is an amazing business. And as I shared earlier, I got curious straight away about what kind of company is giving away free kids products. So I got very curious about the mission and what this company was, and was pretty blown away. Skeptical, lots of questions. I am the question asker, but I got all of my questions answered, and since then it's changed my life. So I'm going to hand over to this absolute goddess while I'm looking for her. The best thing is, there she is, Katrina. The best thing is we get to choose who we work with. And I don't know how I ever would have known you apart from this sisterhood. She's one of my favourite people on the planet, and you'll see why. Katrina.
Thank you, darling. Oh my God, those stories were amazing. And I totally agree, Linda. I was watching face after face pop up, just thinking, look at the skin. It's so amazing. It definitely is. And I was much the same. I was quite like Linda. I came into this with a very skeptical mind. I knew that the products had worked because I was taking them for a little while, but I come from traditional business and I had no idea about the work at home kind of scenario. And I think I was really blown away by this business model. So I'm going to explain a little bit about the difference between what we may be used to and what work online can mean for us. So when we I know for me, when I came out of high school, I had massive goals of owning a dance studio. I was a professional dancer and I loved it. It was where my passion lied. I loved teaching young girls how to dance and find that, meditative spot through dance. It was where my heart lied. But I knew that I needed about $12,000 in order to start that business up. So I jumped into a retail job straight out of high school. And I worked here for 7 years. 7 years, it took a very long time because, at that stage, I was really only earning about $16, $17 an hour. And I was swapping my time for a dollar figure. And what I found was over the years, I'm really, really hard at working. I love, if I'm going to turn up, I'm going to do it properly. So within a few years, I actually made it to the manager position. This got a tiny little bit bigger. I got a few extra dollars in my bank at the end of the week, but I got a hell of a lot more responsibility. Whenever anything went wrong, it was the manager that got called. So I was doing extra shifts. I was doing extra long. Everybody was cranky at me all the time. It was always my fault. But that's kind of what happens when you work hard. You often think that it comes with a lot of stress and a lot of responsibility. Unfortunately, no matter how hard I worked, I was never going to get up to this top position because it was a family-owned company. So the CEO up here, he had his wife and his son on the board of directors and the senior managers and things like that because it was their baby. They were growing it how they wanted to. They told us what to do, and we brought the money up to them so they could live the life of their dreams. Now, the thing is that this system worked. It's what most of us are a part of. It's most of what us have become to realize that that's what we're going to do one day. But what I found was this system sucked. I had no freedom. I had to ask when to take a pee break, if I could go on holidays with my family, all that kind of stuff. It was very degrading, but it was cool because I had this in my mind. I'm very entrepreneurial, so I wanted to become a CEO. What I found when I did do that, the $12,000 later, put me in a massive hole. I had one baby at that stage and I was planning a future family, and all the money that was coming up here in an early business stage was going straight back out. I was paying things like overheads, insurance, utilities, wages, everything like that left money on my table very scarce. And I kind of just said that that's what happens when you start a business. You spend a good 2 to 3, maybe even 7 years in a hole to try and bridge your way back up. The dropping point of this for me was that being the CEO of a place like this, the structures get smaller as you get higher. So what I found was that there was beautiful young girls coming in. They were aspiring. They wanted to do something with their life. They wanted to become the best because they're hard workers. They were just like me. The thing was, is as the positions got smaller, they got cattier because they had to claw for positions. And unfortunately, this created a lot of toxicity. It was a place that I no longer even wanted to go to work because I felt like people were bitching and gossiping about each other, which was not the kind of environment that set my soul on fire. Pretty quickly, my amazing dance studio turned into bad vibes everywhere, and it stopped me from being passionate about my work. Now, what I found about this business was something totally different. Sorry. And to be honest, this was what I've been craving my whole life. I just didn't ever realize that it was going to exist through an online forum. So our business with Juice Plus is slightly different. It's a bit different of a business model. There is a top position, but as you can see, there's unlimited amounts of the spots up here. There's not just one person. Now that's a national marketing director, just like Linda shared at the beginning. And the beautiful thing about our business is there's stops along the way because we want to meet everyone where we're at. Okay, we don't want to breathe down someone's neck. We don't want to create that toxic environment. We want people to feel free and like they're in charge of their own kind of little life. So the other thing that I love, I'm not into nutrition like Linda. I'm a dance teacher. Really good at pirouettes, not so great about what's in an apple. But I did love that even though I didn't have that kind of background, I could start down the bottom here. So did they. You know, because we have a great holistic product, we start with a lot of chiropractors, kinesiologists, naturopaths, dietitians, things like that that see the beauty in what we do. They have a whole lot more degrees behind their name than I do, but we had to start in the same spot. Now that not only creates a lot of humble energy, but it creates a lot of fairness where people really feel like they can achieve whatever they want. Now the cool part about that is that NMD is available for everybody. Okay, there's no cap there, but you can also stop here. If you're just a mum that wants to earn an extra $500 a month to pay for the bills or, you know, to take her kids to the movies or putt-putt without, you know, feeling like you don't have that as a choice, that's okay. We can show you how to do it. If you come in and you want to earn an extra $4,000 a month to replace your job because you don't like your crappy boss, we can show you how to do that too. That's really cool. There's systems in place where we can help support people where they're at. If you're like me, and $10,000 a month seems pretty cool, you could make some pretty cool choices with that, come on up here. We'll show you how to do it. And that's the best part about it too. Now, all of this looked good. I could see that. It kind of made sense. And I was pretty excited when I first watched my event. But I had a little niggling doubt in the back of my mind that, you know, who was I to do that? I'm not one of those people, especially considering when I first started doing my events at Linda's house, I used to cry. They used to spotlight me and I would literally bawl because I hated feeling pressure. But now I can get up here and do this happily because I've got a positive environment supporting me, helping me grow. They showed me those systems and they allowed me a safe place to grow. But back when I first started, I did have a lot of doubts. Now here's me. When I first started, I put up a post just sharing about the product and the results that I was receiving from it. I had a girlfriend reach out and say, I'd love to know more about this. It sounds like what I need. I had no idea, you know, I don't know nutrition. So I said, come along to an event just like this. Now, not only did she love the product, but she loved the business side of it as well. She was doing family daycare and struggling, living week to week. So the thought of an extra $200 to $300 a month really made sense to her. So Miranda jumped on board both. And pretty much within her first few weeks, it caught the attention of her sister, Danny, and her best friend, Beck. So they were doing it together as a beautiful little tribe. The other cool thing was I dropped my daughters off to the daycare lady and she asked me what I was taking. You look amazing. Your energy is good. You know, the skin, all those little things that start to clear up when you're good from the inside out. And I shared it with her. She came along to something very similar. I let the event do all the work because the stories like this are so powerful. And she also created an amazing, amazing business online through people she'd never met before. She had a really good social media kind of connection and she created her whole business out of people that she didn't even know. And what I realized within the first month, I'd created a bit of a business and it was just organic flow. Now, the cool thing since then is word of mouth happens because our product is so quality and it works. People talk to people who talk to people. And if that kind of popcorn out effect happens, you can create a really cool business just by knowing 2, 3, 4 people. Now, obviously, as time goes over, you're going to talk to more people and those odds are going to get even higher. And that's how within the last 2 years, I've been able to create a business that is now 6 figures and has over 600 people in it just by knowing 2 people at the start and helping them from a heart level feel better and share what we do. But I'm going to shoot on over now. I'd love to hear a little bit from beautiful Sarah. Can we hear from Sarah, a quick little business share, and then we're going to jump on back and see how we get paid.
Hi there. Yep, my name's Sarah. I've been in the business for 2 years now. I'm married. I'm a mum with 3 kids. And before Juice Plus, I was working part-time in retail. I'd been with the same company for 11 years and I absolutely loved it. But you know what? I was always the last one to pick up my kids from daycare. I was missing all the special moments at school. I remember having kinder graduation for my son, and they had an amazing presentation of all the slides of all the mums of, you know, coming to all the days. And I remember my son looking at me and going, oh, sorry, I get a bit emotional. Mummy, how come there's no pictures of you up there? And I just went, oh my God, what am I doing this for? I'm missing everything, and we were still struggling financially. So, you know, my husband and I hadn't even been on a date day since having kids. We'd been on one family holiday, and that was when my son was 1. He's turning 10 in January. So my 2 little boys had never been on a family holiday. And I just thought, there's got to be more to life than this. We were saying no to all the fun stuff in life. And that was my moment where I said something's got to change, but I had no way of knowing how it was going to get any better. So I saw an ad on Facebook and I went, that never works. Mums working online around their kids? Nah, it doesn't work. And it took me like 3 weeks to watch the video. Don't take that long. But once I saw the video, I saw these amazing products and I totally forgot about making more money. And I thought, well, I was in a real hole with anxiety and depression, and I thought, this could help me. And so all I wanted from then on was to pay for my products so I could do this. And to my surprise, I did that in 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my God, my fear of doing something new was nowhere near as bad as my fear of my life just never changing. So I just jumped in, and it was coming into Christmas, which was high depression time for me because everything was always on the credit card. And you know what? My pay doubled the next month, and I was able to buy a swing set for my kids that had, you know, a slide and monkey bars. My kids have freaking monkey bars in the backyard. And I paid for that with money that I earned. And I was just so grateful. And now that I get to share this with other people that, you know what, we don't have to settle. There is a better way. And I'm so grateful that I got out of my own way and I get to now make an income while making an impact. So that's it before I cry again.
Oh, you are amazing, Kara. I love that, darling. Don't worry about crying. I think crying is amazing because it means you have so much emotion and so much heart attached to that. And us women can feel it. So thank you, darling. We have the beautiful Lee next. You're going to share your story. Gorgeous, go for it.
Hi guys, how are you? So I've been with the business now for 3 years and I'm a national marketing director. And, you know, back in my career, I worked in IT in corporate organizations for about 27 years. And I'm also a beauty therapist. And you know what? I loved my job. I really did. But it gave me flexibility. It gave me time freedom. But then I had a family and I got married really quickly. I had 2 beautiful kids. But there was so much stress in our financial life and, you know, just all of those, arguments and things that happened over money that I ended up leaving my husband about 4 years ago now and went on to a single parent pension of $440 a week. So to go from that amazing lifestyle of heaps of money back down to absolutely nothing and struggling, you know, I really lost myself in all of that as well. As much as I love being a stay-at-home mum, we had no money to do anything at all. I had to say no to everything. We were eating really cheap food and I just got so run down. I was like Linda, I was a zombie mum. But even though I was eating cheap food, it wasn't healthy and I ended up being 99 kilos. So on my health journey, even though I've lost 37 kilos, I was unhappy. I had no vision of what I wanted my life to be. I had no idea of a career that I could go back into that would give us the best outcome at the end of the day for me and the kids. So, you know, over the course of a year, I ended up sitting on the lounge most days just watching TV, just with no idea of what to do. So when I first saw this, it was 2.5 years ago, I was really skeptical. I was, you know, like the other girls, I asked heaps and heaps of questions. But what I found over the 2 months of being skeptical was that it was a way that I could get my family's health back on track. It was a way that I could add in an additional income for all of those things that I was saying no to in the beginning. Just to have some money to go on a family holiday and do the things that I actually valued the most. And when I started, I had such amazing results with our own health, with me and the family, that I just saw so many other people around me that I had in my beauty salon at home. I had my friends and my family, that I was just getting so rewarded just looking at all of those amazing stories for the people that are around me. So I started sharing it with more people. And, over the last 2 years, I love this business. I absolutely love the community. And I've met some of the most amazing friends that I've ever met over the last, the last 10 years, really. So that's been great for me as a mum to be involved in all of that. So that's been really rewarding. But what it's also done is it's just put me in this awesome environment with all of these amazing girls that I've been able to learn how to really master my family's health, master a little bit more mindset to get me through the day as a single mum, my emotions in dealing with the kids every single day, and just finances as well, just to, be the best mum I can be for my kids. But the best thing of all is that I've been able to create a travel fund, and I'm super proud that I've been able to, like last week, literally be able to buy the kids a ticket to go to Japan at Christmas time. So we're off to the snow, we're off to Japan, and it was just one of those massive rewards for me to be able to invest back into myself to help my family with this. So yeah, the rewards are endless, just seeing those cool results with everybody else, and to, really do this for myself and for the kids as well. So thanks,
that's great. Japan, how exciting.
I know.
Awesome. Thank you so much, darling. I do love your story. And last but certainly not least, we have beautiful Jodie.
Oh. Whoops. Hi, Katrina. Thank you. Yeah, my story's a little bit different, but I definitely relate to all of the other ladies. I'm a single mom as well, luckily. And I came across this business 3 months after I actually started taking the products, and I was getting such incredible results from the products, especially with my depression and energy levels. I also have a permanent disability, so not being able to manage a full-time job with a spinal injury. I have spinal therapies twice a week, and I'm raising a 5-year-old little girl on my own. So trying to return to a part-time traditional job was never going to allow me to be free from a disability pension. And I knew that I was going to really struggle with continuing with my therapies that help maintain my mobility. And, as someone with a limited mobility, nutrition is so important to me. And just to maintain my function, my mental capacity. And this was, when I came across this was an opportunity for me to be able to work around my lifestyle, be able to look after my little girl, and also when I could manage it in spurts throughout the day. With a traditional part-time job, I get exhausted doing those, just even if it's 4 to 5 hour shifts. So this was something that allowed me to just fit it in throughout the day when I could manage it. And I think the other thing was, sorry, that's my dog, was that, it was an opportunity that was going to allow me to not be on a restricted part-time income, which was never going to allow me to get ahead or, be free from that constant financial struggle on a disability pension. So, and I think as well, what I loved about it was an opportunity for me to really have a positive impact on other people's lives as well. After, the results that I'd been getting, I knew that I could reach out and help other people as well. So I think that's what, really attracted me as well, that I was helping a lot of others along the way, and doing something that I was really passionate about.
Yeah, absolutely, honey. I can totally relate to that. I just think you're amazing. Can I say, I think you're absolutely amazing. And I love today, I know we've got a little bit over our express, but it's absolutely amazing. These stories are unreal. So I'm just going to quickly wrap up the business side and just cover how we get paid, because I know for me that was the most intriguing part about all of this, being so used to a wage. It was really cool coming into Juice Plus because we actually get paid 3 ways, which is a hell of a lot nicer than 1. So retail profit, that's pretty self-explanatory. Every time we connect Juice Plus to a customer, they put money in our bank account for doing so. Yeah, now we don't have to ship their product. The only product we ever touch is our own, which is wonderful. It means we don't have a garage full of stock that's just going to sit there. There's literally no risk. We just place a customer in front and money comes into our bank for doing that. We also have what we call a performance bonus. Now, this is what's coined the beach money, basically because it's the money that starts to grow in your business from your team's performance. So if you can teach enough people how to find that freedom, how to create really cool businesses, Juice Plus is going to pay you extra money each month just for being up in a position of influence and helping as many people as possible. Now, that's really nice because not many other jobs you can go away, have a holiday overseas or do something like that and still receive the same income that you would normally. But this literally is our safety net. But as we grow this, we have bonuses. Now, they're available to us straight away. Basically, within our first 10 days, we make our first bonus, which is amazing because a lot of the time we are a little bit concerned about what we have to invest into this. With Juice Plus, we make our money back within the first 10 days, which is an amazing, amazing investment to be able to earn as much as you want and meet some of the coolest people that you'll get to meet, just like these ladies shared in their stories. So the cool thing about our bonuses is SDVF is pretty much achievable within your first, say, month. Now, this is cool because when you hit a bonus, the person that is supporting you, loving on you, helping you also gets a 400 teaching bonus. Vice versa, every time you help someone achieve a position, you get a bonus as well. Now, what that creates, if you guys heard back when we were talking about my dance studio, is the complete opposite. You have a sisterhood of people, especially of women, who are helping each other, lifting each other up, supporting each other, and celebrating wins. And quite often that doesn't happen a lot, but in this industry, it is prevalent everywhere, which definitely makes so many of us pretty happy. Then we have sales coordinator, which is a $600 bonus and $600 every time you teach someone. Senior sales coordinator is the next position there, which is $1,200 and $1,200 every time you teach someone. QNMD, which is the next step up, $1,500 and $1,500. And as you can see, these are exponential. So it takes your control back. If you have something that you need to do, that you want to do, a bill that you have to be paid that's hanging over your head, you get the control. Go and help 4 people become an SDVF and that's $1,600 in your bank just through one avenue. Now, for me, I could easily map out where I wanted to go, and it was the light at the end of the tunnel to know that I then took my wage back. I got to celebrate how much I wanted to earn. And of course, our pinnacle position, NMD, is a $3,000 bonus, which sounds really nice, but at this level, you're probably earning at least that, if not double, if not triple, as an income in this position here each month. Now, for me, I know I went from I love that Lee shared that. I was also doing the same. I was living off $400 a week, and that's a really hard gig when you're doing it by yourself with 2 dependents. I went from that kind of lifestyle to an NMD 6-figure income in just under a year and a half. So for me, it was totally life-changing, and that's why I'm so passionate about being able to help other people do it as well. So I'm going to shoot on back to our beautiful Linda, and she's going to close up what I think has been pretty much a great event.
I love this event. We always go over time. We have good intentions, but it's all about the stories, right? Thank you, everyone that shared your beautiful hearts and vulnerability. To me, that is the magic of this business. I want to leave you with a magic question that my friend asked me. When I thought I didn't know enough people, I didn't want to do sales, did I believe in myself, courage, all of that? No, I didn't believe in myself to begin with. So, for me, let me spotlight me. Having spotlight troubles today. For me, it was stepping into, what if I can? What if I can create more financial choices? What if I could step out of that, financial stress that we were in, just like Lee? What if I could do mum care instead of daycare? That was my first aim. And now, 10 years later, we get to travel the world. Literally, we're going to Europe for a month. We're planning Airbnbs and villas and all of this amazing thing. And here's the magic. Our business is still growing. For that entire month that we are creating magic moments and experiences, it's not about the money. The money's amazing, but it's the experiences that you get to choose. You get to design your life. You get to spend the best money how you want. So, here's what I leave you with. What if you could? What could this be for you? What could this bring back? We are here to answer your questions. I had to see this a few times. Maybe you do as well. But we're here. Whoever sent you this, whoever invited you to come and take a look, get with them. And part 2 of the event is get your questions answered. Begin to really understand, because thank goodness all of us stayed open-minded and open-hearted, because it's completely, as you've heard, changed our lives. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a spectacular rest of the week, and see you soon.